This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel 1970-73 Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Trawler YouTube channel.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 1970-73 Carryover League. Tonight, we begin our very first divisional round matchup. We've been doing best-of-5 league games to this point, but now we are in a division, the National League Mountain Division, the weakest division, made up of 4 expansion teams. And we have a series between Colorado and Portland. Best of 7. Colorado started off the season a 3-game sweep of the Padres. Portland began the season getting swept by the Dodgers. Colorado, tons of power, tons of potential, won the division 2 years ago. Portland, overmatched. They got to play a lot of crazy odds, trying to steal bases and hit and run. They don't have much power. They got good pitching. They got some nice pieces, various spots. It's just a tough task, but a task that is reasonable in this division. Neither of these teams, if they get out of this division, I don't think will do much. But let's take a look and see what's happened thus far in this series. Beginning in Portland in Game 1, it is Portland. Nellie Briles, their ace, against Dick Drago, the Colorado ace. And believe it or not, folks, Portland turned up the heat dramatically here. Singles all over the place. We have a 2-run homer by Tony Gonzalez. He had 1 homer and he just hit it. It's a 1 of 14 chance on 5, so it's a pretty high chance, but that's how the card was made. Portland collects 17 hits against this Colorado team and Dick Drago, and bury the Rockies 11-3 in Game 1. This will be the first win of the year for Portland. And we see this happen a lot in baseball. A team gets all excited on their opener, they win that game, and then they drop 10 in a row after that. So does that happen to Portland? Let's find out. Game 2 of the series. This is a heartbreaker. Colorado wins 4-3 in 10 innings. Portland, a 2-run homer by Tony Gonzalez. You may remember me mentioning him a game ago, hitting a homer. He only had 1. Well, now he's got 2 in a year that he had 1. Ratliff gets a homer here. It's 2-1. It's 3-1 into the 9th. Portland brings in their closer, Claude Raymond. Portland's got to do everything perfectly to win, and he doesn't do it. He gets up a 2-run homer to tie it to Joe LaHood, and then in extra innings, Dave Kingman wins it 4-3. So a tough loss. Portland let that slip away. They got to win the close ones, and they did not do it. So the Rockies gain home field, going home for Game 3. What happens in Colorado in Game 3? Interesting game. Ray Sadecki, a lefty, versus Gary Peters, a lefty. Terrible start for Sadecki. A walk, a double, a walk, and a grand slam to Andy Costco. 4 batters, 4 runs. But then, nothing until the 8th inning, when an error by Mark Belanger, who has made 4 errors. He's an E18 shortstop. A 1E18 shortstop has made 4 errors for a team, Portland, that needs every advantage they can get, and they're not getting it from their defense. Unearned run in the 8th is the 5th run, and Colorado wins 5-4. Colorado is up 2-1, but certainly not impressively. Portland's been in every one of these games, which brings us to game number 4 in Colorado. It's going to be, the starters are Jim Perry, a 1970 card, 24-game winner for the Twins, against Carl Morton, Rookie of the Year in 70. And it is Portland who finally pulls out a tight one here. They tie it in the 8th. They win in the 9th on some singles. 5-4 Portland. We have a split through the first 4 games. A perfect series. Home and away, wins and losses. So game 5 in Colorado with Portland gaining home field. What happens? Game 5 in Colorado. It is again Portland. This magic number of 5-4. Here it is back to the game 1 starters, Dick Drago and Nellie Briles. Drago's cruising through 5, then all of a sudden, the 6th and 7th inning to Dick Drago are not kind at all. Oh, by the way, a 2-base error by Joe LaHood in this game. Very terrible mistake there. That's how Portland gets their 5 runs. They rally, Colorado does, in the 8th off of Nellie Briles, but this time Claude Ramon, the beleaguered closer, gets the final out, and Portland, dare we say it, they're up 3-2, and they're back home. They have a chance to win a series in 6 or 7 games, which would be a great morale booster to a team that has to thread the needle every game they got. So we're back to the game 2 starters. For Colorado, it'll be Ron Reed, a guy who we've seen pitch for the Colorado Rockies every time in either iteration, in the Fall League and Summer League. He's sort of like a lifetime Rocky. He had a long career, starting with the Braves, Phillies, White Sox. And for the Portland squad, it's going to be Ray Corbin. Nice little pickup they plucked away out of the Minnesota Twin farm system. Nice player. Portland's got an advantage and they're up a game. This would be a really good feel-good story. They'd still be below 500, but they would have won a series if they can win today. In game number 92, Colorado-Portland, game 6. Let's get started. Leading off for Colorado is Phil Galliano. 32, pops short. Paul Ratliff, 38K. Kingman, 57's a K. Jerry Kenny, 48, single 1 to 17, is a base hit. And as we have seen all series long, if you have an opportunity to hit and run with Portland, you take it. Belanger will hit and run, and he rolls the 5 single. If they make them, folks, they're tough to beat. If they miss it, they're just another team. I've used this expression jag a lot, just a guy. Portland's a jet. They're just another team. Runners on the corners for the best hitter on Portland, Rich Coggins, 49. Off of Ron Reed is double 1 to 19. That is a double. Portland, they are now officially 24 outs away from winning the series. Runners at second and third for Rich Reese. 2-6, grounds to short. That'll score a run. Runner stays at second with 1 out for Montgomery. 6-10 third X. Money's a 2E21 at third, and that's a single dot off of Money. Portland's getting a lot of breaks. Runners in the corners. 1 out for Tony Gonzalez. 54 is a pop to short with 2 outs. It's Ken Boswell. 4-11 rolls to first. They didn't do anything with those base runners at the end there, but they have a 2-0 lead. Brant Alea, 47 is a K. Rick Monday, 35 is a walk. You could steal if you want, though the Rockies tend to not want to do that sort of thing. They're more like station to station, get the 3-run homer kind of team. Don Money, 65, and here we go. Triple 1 to 4, single off of Corbin is a single dot. Runners are on the corners for Joe LaHood. 1-7 is ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Andy Costco. Let's take a look at Andy's card. My goodness. Drafted. Colorado saw all the home runs and said, we've seen enough. But what about this defense and bunting? Yeah, whatever. 1-7, 1-8, 1-14, 1-9. Yeah, that's our guy. Andy Costco. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Andy. 53 is first C. That will score a run. Second and third with 2 outs for Driscoll, who skies the center. And Ty Collins at 2E14 in center field makes a catch. A lot of noise, only 1 run. Al Gallagher leads off in the second. 38, grounds short. Ty Klein, 5'11". Pitcher X, Reed is an E0. Good luck with that. Thanks to play. Jerry Kenny, 2-4 second. We go to the third. Phil Gagliano, 65, 1-1-4 is a base hit. Paul Ratliff, 2-7's a K. Dave Kingman, 5'12", second X. This is Boswell's a 3-18 at second base, and that is a 4-6-3 double play. 2-1, bottom of the third. Mark Belanger, 58. Double 1-7 off the Reed card is a single. Rich Coggins. Let's take a look at Coggins' card. Here he is, folks. Rich Coggins, 1973 rookie card. Really the only card that was any good for him in his career. And lo and behold, he becomes Portland's best hitter and the number 3 hitter. And he'll be doing it for 4 years. But really, it's a great card to be doing this sort of thing. Once 4 years is up, we'll most likely retire him because he doesn't do much after that. But 4 years of this will be fine for Portland until they can find a new corner outfielder to replace him. Rich Coggins, 2-8, and he hits the column with a base hit in a right field. Belanger trying to get an advantage, going to first to third if he can. A 16 runner against LaHood. He runs and he gets to third base. Runners with the corners for Rich Reese, 42, center C. 1 out, playing back for Montgomery. 1-8 is a 6-4-3. It's a GB short A plus. He didn't bring the infield up because Colorado doesn't like to play lots of strategy. They like to just turn cards over and play the game in that fashion. And it pays off here because it would have been a single if the infield was up. So you see Colorado can somehow, sometimes, Colorado can game the system in their unusual strategy plays. 4th inning, 2-1 game. Branalea, 68, ball 4. We got another 5-4 game. I mean, we've had one blowout in this, but every other game's been 1 run. Rick Monday, 2-10's a walk. 2-1 for Don Mula, 57's a K. Drew LaHood, 43. Left X. Gonzalez, a 3-14 in the left field. He makes the catch. And Andy Costco, 44, third X. Third baseman is Gallagher, a 3-22, makes the play. All right, bottom of the 4th, Tony Gonzalez, 64, catcher's card. You can see Ratliff, 48. Portland could find success in a small sample size, but I mean, this kind of roster, if you had to play 162 games with this team, you're not going to do very well. But, again, we don't play that many games in our league. We only play about, 34 in the regular season, another 10 or 15 in the tournament, and possibly the playoffs after that. So, about 40 to 50 games, and anything can happen in that small sample size. Ken Boswell, 47 is a K. Al Gallagher, 1-8 is a K. Though, I'm going to nominate Portland as the worst team in the in the league at this point. I know they're up 3-2, and I'm talking about them a lot, but it's some tough sledding using this team, I tell you. Jim Driscoll. At least with Colorado, you got all those home run hitters. At any point, you can get a 10-run game, and we're just waiting for that to happen. It's just they've been in a really bad slump. Jim Driscoll. 33 is a ground to the first. Phil Gagliano, 64. 1-17 double. That is a single. He doesn't have power. The only guy on the team without it. Paul Ratliff, 37. Double 1-6 is a base hit. Runners on the corners with 1 out. You got to bring it up. They're going to play strategy for Kingman. Doesn't matter. Let's take a look at Dave Kingman's card of 1971, a 278 average in only 115 at-bats. Once he gets more at-bats, the average starts to drop in the next few years. Doesn't really hit for another decent average until 79 with the Cubs. But 1-7 here is triple 1 to 13 double. That's going to be a double. Ratliff will hold a third. We have a 2-2 tie with second and third. We'll bring it up for Branalea. 1-6. Let's take a look at Branalea's card. Boy, this guy likes to be on YouTube. Branalea's been into 2 All-Star games for the representing the Rockies. And we've seen this card and the 69 card many times because he always does something productive in the games we play. And here's nothing different. A 3-run homer for Branalea. And it's suddenly 5-2 Colorado. And this is what we worry about with Portland. Do they have enough firepower to come back down 3 runs? Rick Monday, 6'11", first X. Rich Reese at 2E12. And he kicks the ball. You can't afford that, I'll tell you that. Don Money, 1-4. Left, and with 2 outs, Joe LaHood, 2-6, grounds the first. With an ace stealer and 2 outs, most teams would steal second base, not Colorado. They just, they don't want to shorten their inning by getting thrown out stealing, tagging up, going first to third. You get the idea. 5-2 Rockies. Bottom of the 5th. It's Ty Klein. 57's a K. Jerry Kenny. 411. First C. Mark Belanger. 33. Grounds to short. We go to the 6th, but let's pause first with a message from our sponsor.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Okay, 6th inning, Andy Costco, 37's a K. Jim Driscoll, 411, right X. This is Coggins, a 3E5 in right field, and he makes the catch. Driscoll will leave the game as a 4E48 shortstop for Rick Auerbach, a 3E33 shortstop. So there is Colorado doing a strategic move. It's not like they're completely oblivious to the rules of Strat-O-Matic. Phil Galliano, 58, skies the left field. Well, one really bad stretch for Ray Corbin through 6 for the rookie, but it's 5-2. Ron Reed, bottom of the 6th inning. It's Coggins, 54, pops to short. Rich Reese, 1-7 is a K. And Montgomery, 1-8, grounds to short. We go to the 7th. We'll let Corbin, he's a starter 7, as is Reed. We'll let him go into the inning. Paul Ratliff, 1-3 right. Dave Kingman, 1-7 again. Same thing as last time. Triple 1 to 13 double. This time he gets the triple. Had the double last time. We'll bring it up for Branalea. Had the big bomb in the last at-bat. This time he Ks. With 2 outs is Rick Monday, who Ks. 7 innings in the books for Corbin. It is stretch time in Portland. We have been listening to Beck, Bogart apiece. Jeff Beck, Tim Bogart, and Carmine apiece from 1973. Doing some originals, some covers. Here they're doing Stevie here. Check this out. It's pretty cool. Tony Gonzalez leads off. Flies are right. Boswell, 2-9. Pops to first. Gallagher, 33. Pops to second. We'll go to the 8th. Corbin will leave after 7. We'll go Don Durham in the 8th. All right, Don Money. 2 7's a single. Joe LaHood, 56 is a walk. Andy Costco, 1-6 is a K. Auerbach, 312's a low max. All right, Portland, bottom of the 8th inning. Down 5-2. Ron Reed, still in there. It's Ty Klein. 5-10 is a single off the Reed card. Jerry Kenny, 2-8, ball 4. The tie run is Mark Belanger. 2 sevens, a base hit to left field. They break, read, and load the bases, folks. The music seems to be working for Portland. Bases loaded, nobody out in a 5-2 game. Ron Reed is just broken here in the 8th inning. Lefty, righty, lefty, lefty, righty, lefty coming up. It'll be Jim Shellingback. Take a look at Jim in the 8th against Rich Coggins. Or maybe not. Batting for Rich Coggins will be Byron Brown. Let's take a look at Byron Brown here. Bases loaded, power hitter against lefties. The bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch to Byron Brown. 47 off Shellingback is a base hit into center. They'll go station to station, down 3 runs. And it's a 5-3 game. Tying runs in scoring position for Rich Reese. Let's take a look at Rich before he bats. He's pretty good against lefties. Playing back, the pitch to Rich Reese. 5-12's a K. And the batter's Bob Montgomery. And batting for him will be Hawk Harrelson, Ken Harrelson. Let's take a look at Ken Harrelson's card. Ken Harrelson, bases loaded, 1 out. Playing back, the pitch to Ken Harrelson. 2-7, playing back. That is a 6-4-3 double play. Oh well. That didn't work. Tough break for Portland. A 6-4-3 double play with 1 out and the bases loaded in the 8th inning. Oh dear. Now they need Harrelson. We'll take, I'll just put Barton, the catcher, in that spot. Yep. And we'll go into the 9th inning of a 5-3 game. It'll be the top of the lineup: Gagliano, Ratliff, Kingman, Ayala. Durham will continue. Gagliano. 1-5 is double 1 at 10, base hit. Paul Ratliff. 1-7's a walk. And Dave Kingman tripled and doubled in his last couple at bats. 1-10, another double to left field. Ratliff holds a third, and that'll do it for Don Durham. So it is now 6-3. We'll have Strohmeyer in the 9th pitch. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. John Strohmeyer, there's his card. Against Brant Alea in the 9th. 34, grounds to short. Runner will score from 3rd, runner at 2nd. For Monday, 65, grounds to short. This is Belanger, trying to avoid error number 5 of the series. He does. And Don Money. 2-4, grounds to 3rd. But now it's 7-3 in the 9th inning. And Colorado will bring their closer, Mel Queen, in. Now they got a little bit of a cushion for him. Into the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Tony Gonzalez leading off for Portland. 42, rolls the pitcher. Ken Boswell, 67, is a K. And with 2 outs, Al Gallagher, 2-8, is a single. And 2 outs, Ty Klein, 63, 2nd X. Gagliano's a 48. That's going to be a base hit. And once again, Portland. Boy, they're fighting. They're trying, folks. They're playing this thing to the last out. Runners on the corners for Jerry Kenny. The pitch to Jerry Kenny. 49 off of Mel Queen is 2nd X again. He's a 4-8 at second base. He gave up a single in the last batter, and he gives up another single. Phil Gagliano, back-to-back hits off his glove. And it is a 7-4 game with runners on the corners and 2 outs for Mark Belanger, who, of course, hit 0 home runs. Shouldn't be a big deal for Queen. Here we go. The pitch to Mark Belanger. 57 is a strikeout, and that will do it. Very disappointing. Portland cannot win Game 6, which means I got to play Game 7 between these two squads. The needle has not moved in the standings, of course. Don't expect it to. But again, this will be a fun race for this particular division. Outside the traditional narrative. You know, and the thing is, the division winner is going to take a very important playoff spot away from possibly 6 of the stronger teams in the National League, which would include, in no particular order, the Reds, the Pirates, the Giants, the Dodgers, the Mets, the Braves, who are really good. I mean, those are 6 teams right off the top that look like playoff teams. But then you have Houston was a playoff team a year ago. Then you have the Phillies have improved. You have the Cardinals and the Cubs have improved. The point is, hopefully, one of these expansion teams actually will look good getting into the playoff with one of those 6 valuable playoff spots. Stromeyer in the 9th. He got 3 up and 3 down. Durham, a hit, a walk, and a K in the 8th, but then in the 9th, 2 hits, 2 runs, and a walk. Corbin does take the loss. 7 hits, a really bad 4th inning for him. All 5 were earned, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. Melqueen, not going to give a save for 3 hits, a run and 2 Ks. Shellingback came in with the bases loaded, gave up a single, a K, and a double play. So Ron Reed is the winner. 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 early and 1 in the 8th. A walk and 4 strikeouts. 1009, 0109, 710, 412. 710, 412, 6917. That is game 6. The longest series of the year thus far. And we'll do the box here. Composite box for both squads as we get through 92 games now. Both teams are utilizing their rosters nicely, particularly their bullpens, because they've been involved in tight games late. So Colorado, we'll start with Portland though. Portland's now 3-6. Started 0-3, split the last 6 games. They're now 3-6. They're in 277, and they have a bunch of 277 hitters on the team, but not many 320 hitters and so forth. 461 team ERA. Looking at any star, nothing really sticks out as you can imagine, other than they've hit 2 home runs in 9 games, both by Tony Gonzalez. That's been it. Colorado is 6-3, and they are hoping to win Game 7. They're hitting 248 with a 4.22 ERA. Branalea, 5 homers, 15 RBIs in 9 games, and we have Costco with 12 RBI in 9 games. That's good to see. He was the first-round pick. And Alea's been to at least 2 All-Star games for Colorado. So now, through 92 games, the league's hitting 262 with a 3.73 ERA. We'll put the result of Game 7 at the end of the video. Thanks for checking out the 70-73 Summer League. We'll see you next time. Well, baseball fans, Game 7 is in the books. Portland prevails 5-2. Jim Perry beats Carl Morton. It all happened in the middle innings. 2 runs in the first off a shaky Jim Perry, 24-game winner 1970. He settled down after that. But in the middle innings, Carl Morton had a rough 4th and 5th inning where all 5 runs were scored. Beleaguered closer Claude Raymond did get the side out in the 9th, though he put 2 runners on in a safe situation. 5-2, Portland beats Colorado 4 games, 2-3 in a very minor upset. Thanks for checking out the Carryover League. We'll see you next time.